Good morning, Gray. Good morning. Big stretch. Hi. How are you? There you go, honey. Good morning. Hi. Tux, I showed you your food. Everybody else is over here, including Stripe. Hey, bud. Stripey. Hi. Hello. Hi. I just heard the hawk. I heard the barred owl a little while ago. They don't like each other, by the way. Oh, there comes Donnie. Oh, out or in. I see him up in the cul-de-sac. It's interesting how the unicycle sets off the driveway alert. And I'd be happy to check out my porch this morning. See how it's looking. Hey, Donnie. I know. Look at it up here. It's great. Hey, Panther. Thanks for waiting an extra minute, bud. Just a good boy. There you go. Well, I can definitely say that I am pleased. Now, if I could just sit in my nice clean chair, hang with Panther for a little bit, and enjoy the porch, that would be great. But I gotta get on the road. No doubt we could use to wash paint the white rail, but you know what? Maybe not in my lifetime. I already painted that thing one time in 2013, and that was not fun. I'm not convinced it would look much better for long either. We did have some rain overnight, and oh my God, there's pollen this morning. I thought so on the boardwalk. Maybe the roads are dry though, so if I go slow down the driveway, seems like it's always more wet up here, but on the main road, not so wet. I don't want to get Jules dirty. Sorry, Jules and Donnie. Yeah, the road's not super dry out here this morning. Another hour or two would have been good, but don't have that luxury this morning. It's 61 and sunny. Gonna be a gorgeous day with a high of 77. I don't know how we got so lucky with this weather in February, but it's here, so we'll make good use of it. Enjoy it. Following the plate, New Jersey Girl 17. I've actually seen that plate in town before, but not in a while. Not in a while. Anyway, quite cute. I can relate. Just giving you a little view in that direction this morning. You can see maybe the sound barrier wall. So there's a lot of information out there again trying to get people to cut down their Bradford pear trees and plant something more native, less harmful. I forget all the reasons why people want the Bradford pear trees gone, besides the fact that they don't smell great. I'd be all about replacing it if it's not looking good and it's time to do it. I'd be a little hard pressed to tear down a perfectly pretty well-shaped tree. I probably should read up again on why they feel it's so important to take them out. I get it, we don't need to be planting new ones, totally get that. But I've been enjoying them this week. It'll be the first time in a few years they didn't get frosted and browned out before they were done doing their thing. It's a pretty sky this morning. We're a little later than we'd like to be to get across town. I was just noticing that it's amazing how good the backup camera is. Walking over to take a picture of the daffodils. It beats circling the car 5 times. I've got some pretty pansies over there too, but they're not really in the sunlight right now. Marty's back there on the boardwalk, so I need to keep an eye out for him. At least at this point, yeah, I can still see him. Because we know how Marty is. Okay, he's staying put. That's good boy. We are out here for our lovely walk. A lot of that light green on the right over there is privet. So this trail could really use somebody to come in and give it an overhaul like they're doing at Yates Mill. It's amazing how big some of the pieces are. See it? Well, they're mowing and they're putting down, I'm guessing grass seed, maybe fertilizer or both. Yeah, they're doing ball field prep. Don's being an excellent guy this morning. We're both stiff from the extra work we did today.
Oh, I don't think it was the work. That was pretty hard on me. I think it was that height, that 3 or 4 mile height you made me do. I think that's what all
it was the overhead work on the front porch. For me, it was the bending over, scrubbing the chairs and stuff. Hand scrubbing things, getting down and going over the rail after Dawn was done cleaning. There was a lot of bending and stooping, and
I think she told me yesterday, how many kilometers did I walk? 50 kilometers last week?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
All right, spring has officially arrived, but doesn't spring officially arrive like tomorrow? Yeah, so it's here. It's here, and it's really here.
It's not the Easter calendar thing, but the meteorology. Mike said it the other day that they consider 1st of March spring.
Well, we're almost done with our walk. We're in the home stretch now. We're both a little extra tired today. And the birds are happy. One of the people on the trail this morning says we're supposed to return to normal weather next week. So that would be highs probably in the 50s, maybe reaching 60. It certainly wouldn't be 77. Maybe some lows in the 30s again. We'll see. I hadn't heard the forecast yet. I'm sure they weren't wrong though. We're due. We're due for a little bit of a cool down. It's another great day for a ride. And it seems like you're in the country over here on the west side of Fuquay. There's the Bradford pears. Tulip poplar too. Tulip magnolia. Saucer. Boy, I messed that all up. Saucer magnolia. Not the car in front of me, obviously, but the car in front of that car is an Ioniq 5, darker colored. I guess I'm not sure what color it is. Maybe a dark blue, dark green. The person after me canceled today, so she did 30 minutes on my knee and then 30 minutes on my back, and that was really nice. The parking lot is crammed today, and there are like 5 or 6 Teslas, and yes, I see the Leaf there. And I'm not going to grab that close parking, as tempting as it is and as behind as I am now after spending an extra 30 minutes at the chiropractor's office. So there's another Model 3. which may or may not be a Hertz car. And there are a couple down here on the end of this row. There's a 3. There's also another blue 3. So Georgia and New Jersey, blue and black. And then here's a red 3. I think I might have seen one more up. Yeah, blue as I went past. No, blue and black. So, haha, that one's Virginia. A red, North Carolina. Another black. They're all 3s today. Another black. And I see a Bolt on my right. So wow, if you need to rent a Tesla Model 3 today from Hertz, this is the place to be. So the red 3 is from New York. Yeah, it's neat to watch the differing activity from week to week. I guess there were 2 Bolts side by side there too. We've seen those before. A 3rd Bolt. I don't need a lot of groceries today. I need a few things. We run out of sour cream. My favorite sour cream is the one they sell there. So, gotta get me and Johnny a drink. I'll hustle through here. I'll try to split the difference between my 30 minutes that I lost between Guardian Angel and Whole Foods. Still get downtown on time. Yeah, I don't have any flexibility in pickups on Tuesdays, really. I got to be there between 2:15 and 2:30, and that's firm. Perfect for my collection and just the right price too. Well, you know, Don has made his own, but this is not a bad deal for 2 pieces with the self-adhesive on them. I really like that, well, they call it a Java sock, but basically it goes on your hot beverage cup, your coffee. But I know it's new, but still no. And it's Christmas pattern, so it's not good for all year necessarily. Golf clubs, anyone? Bags? Quite the selection today. I spent $1.22 after I punched my $5 value coupon. I got 2 largemouth, this time I'm sure they're largemouth, ball mason jars. And a winter cap for Dawn. Was a Land's End cap that was like, had fleece insulation but was a ball cap. It was $1.15. How could I leave it? It fit me, so it should fit him. And there was one other thing. The kitty cat cup. And that was it. There were several things in there today that were just like, what are they thinking pricing this item at that price? It'll never sell. Or it shouldn't sell. Or, yeah, there was a couple of things. Maybe they have somebody new working in the back. I don't know. I realize the main goal of this organization is to collect funds for Alzheimer's research, to donation to Alzheimer's stuff. It's not for necessarily to help out poor people in need, people like me and Michelle. We're just looking for some entertainment and fun and pick up a few things at a maybe not a great price, but at least a good price. So I got a couple of things, but I also laughed and put down a couple of things I might have otherwise gotten too. And no Legos today, unfortunately. Boo-hoo. Well, right away when I came into the parking lot, I saw the Polestar. Yellow seatbelts. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen yellow seatbelts before. There's a white Model S. Okay, the Audi was a Q3. I didn't want you guys to fuss at me. There's a Y. If that was a e-tron. I didn't think it was, but the Y had a neat license plate, AI drive, as an artificial intelligence drive. That was creative. I'm okay on time. I told Don, I told you guys too, that I didn't need a lot today, and I didn't need that many bags and jewels, but he added some more bags anyway, which was good because I used all the bags he sent. They had St. Louis pork ribs on sale. I think Prime members paid $4.49 today. That's at least $2.50 a pound off. I bought a lot of them, and so 2 of the 6 bags are pork ribs, because you know those are really long things and they're heavy and they don't work well in the paper bags, but that's what I had today. So I have a minor complication here. I'm going to live the Model 3 Model Y life today. My phone's dead. My Apple Watch isn't dead, and my my key fob should be working. Let's hope the battery in the key fob is good. I'm expecting to have to take it out to get in the car, but maybe just being near the car will be good enough. I told Clarissa, my favorite cashier, that if I walked back in the store in a minute with my groceries, it's because I need to borrow her phone. Okay, so my key fob worked. Yay! Thank goodness. Really nice guy pulled up in the other performance Model Y. Well, here comes a midnight silver metallic. Maybe they'd like to park in the Tesla parking area too. I'll tell you a little bit more about him in a minute. I want to take a picture. I took the cart back, so here's hoping I can get back in. Anyway, he said he and his wife both own the Y, and they're thinking about the X. The garage is a little small. Come on, open back up for me now. Thank you. But really thinking about the X, want a slightly bigger car. Of course, I tried to sell up how they could make that work. You know me. Let's see, same wheels and everything. Well, I am making good use of the blind spot camera today. You get used to that really easy driving the Y. I may have punched it in close proximity to an EV6 driver. Nothing to do with them. We were both stuck behind a car traveling at least 15 miles an hour below the speed limit on US 1 at the approach to I-40, and we were both really ready to get around them, and I just had an opportunity before the EV6 driver. Let's see. They say I'm scheduled to get to the school at 2:20. That's good enough? Yeah, it is. And the other thing I'm really missing about Ruby today is the extra cup holders. I know in Jules you can put them in the door pocket, and in Ruby you can't. But I'm used to the cup holders being behind the center console and being able to store extra beverages there that I can reach as the driver without having to put them in the door. And I use that every day. Plus, I can even reach the ones in the center console on the 6-seater, because you know we have that extra center console that most 6-seaters don't have. So technically I have 6 cup holders that as the driver I can reach, that are really super convenient and keep everything upright and working well. And in the Y I miss them, because in the Y I cannot reach the ones that are on part of the back seat if it were down, and right now it's not down. And 2, there's none behind the console. So I still have technically access to 3, my door pocket and the other one, because I carry beverages for Johnny and stuff. It's not just all, not like I need 6 cup holders, but I do like to have a water bottle and an extra water bottle on Tuesdays, plus the soda, the stevia root beer that I got at Whole Foods for me. So anyway, I'm missing my cup holders. So my phone has booted up now, which is great. The lightning cable's a little loose, and what was happening is I had it plugged in and I thought it was charging, but then it wasn't really charging. And You know, I used it an hour on our walk this morning, and then I used it for an hour while I was having the PEMF treatment done today at the chiropractor. So I had, you know, pretty intensively been using it, and then Pokemon Go running in the background. And just ask Dawn, my iPhone's always dying, and it you know, it's better when it's brand new and not good when I'm getting ready to upgrade, which is usually 3 years afterward. And it's always dying. I don't know how you people live with only a phone to get into your car. I know, yeah, I didn't think about it, but I also did have my key card. Okay, so I had several ways to get into the car, just not the typical way. I probably could have texted Dawn from my watch or used the Apple Watch to get into, but yeah, if we wanted to be relying on my phone to get me into the car, that would just probably not on a regular basis be a good idea, because my phone is always dying. It's just always, I use it, and yeah, I suppose if I were driving the Y all the time, I would put a battery pack and a cable in my purse for emergency charging of my phone. I just received an update for Tesla that Ruby is ready for pickup. Be great if Dawn was with me and not at home, and we could just pop on over there. Well, instead of seeing the hawk today, I saw the pileated woodpecker. Okay, he's flown farther into the woods now. He's a big boy. He's as big as the hawk. I saw him fly in front of the car. Our neighbor up on the hill is burning. Oh, joy. We get to go get Ruby.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, between Tesla letting us know Ruby was ready and the neighbor smoking up the yard, Dawn's getting off on power washing today.
Yeah, but I had a nap, a couple naps this afternoon, and anyway, the point is I'm feeling a ton better than I was this morning. This morning I was like a dud, but now I'm feeling, let's say, normal.
Right.
I probably would have, but with Ruby and stuff and the logistics of picking her up, it's just, I'll just get today off. It's a good thing, but yeah, I could have actually got out there, but this morning it was like no way in the world.
Well, now that my porch is nice and clean,
yeah,
I'm not too worried about it anymore. So you thought I wanted your phone so I could set up Pokemon Go.
That's right. I assume that's what
we have to pay Tesla $1,700, and I want your account so I can go use your credit card to pay for it.
Oh, is it really $1,700?
It really is.
Oh, I was hoping they were going to say, "Oh, Mr. Miller, you got lucky. The fuse didn't blow."
Right. I don't think that's the case.
Well, you know, I'm going to be real honest. They ought to say, "Hey, if you want, for an extra $100, we'll put a 45 amp fuse in the DC to DC converter, and we'll add this new 40 amp fuse down on the actual PTC, so that fuse will blow before the other one does."
Yeah, serious. We're almost there. So the short story is that when I looked at the invoice earlier, I must have somehow accidentally paid it. I didn't mean to do that, but of course it used the card on the account, which is Dawn's card, so we're all good.
Yeah, right. She whines about it, not sending all the stuff to her, but she doesn't complain about me paying the bill.
You got it. You know we're just teasing, right? We are. So you get in the lane to turn into Tesla, but you can't turn into Tesla because there's a car trailer. I know it's very hard on them up here.
That's our guy.
Unloading. There's not a lot of room for unloading. They're unloading all the time, which is great. Let's see if Ruby's by storage. Let's just hope she's over. I do see a red X in the line up here, but let's look for over here. Hi, Ruby. I missed you. Everything seems in order. I walked around her real quick. Didn't study anything too hard. The Bradford pear was one spot over from where Ruby was. Thank goodness Ruby was not parked actually under the Bradford pear. And it's so hot I need the air conditioning. Ruby has 160 miles. Jules, it had 126 when we left home. good time coming back on the turnpike. Soon this is where the turnpike won't end anymore, and it'll take us across to 40 on the other side. Got a little ways to go before that happens though. But they're doing a lot of work here at this exchange. This is the traffic headed, you know, into Fuquay. Hard to believe it could be this intense, because I am on the south side of Holly Springs now. Maybe I have the Walmart up here, but I've gone past the Target. I think that's it. I think I'm coming up on Walmart. I'm having trouble remembering where I am now. Definitely past the Target. I think the Walmart's up here on the right. So technically we're still in Holly Springs. But at any point it's really backed up and it sucks. It's 5:30. I got plenty of time to get home though. We take Johnny to Taekwondo at 6:45. Don got home a few minutes before me. He was ahead of me. He went down US 1 and I went the turnpike. I think he had trouble getting over left. When you leave Tesla, you have to make a U-turn, and it's not trivial, especially at rush hour. Gonna tell him I have no idea if the heater's fixed or not because I had the air conditioning on. It's still 72 out. I have no idea if I have heat or not because I had the air conditioning on.
Right, I understand. You probably won't know until next
Monday morning I'll know. Well, no, actually, you know, it might be cool enough in the morning for a little heat, but Monday morning it should be in the low 40s. Probably will know then if it's working or not. I assume it's working. I dropped Johnny off at Taekwondo. I think I'm going to head home and take Don up on his offer to come back and get Johnny, so that I can get a few things done at the house. I'm feeling pretty tired, and probably after we eat tonight, which I've got St. Louis pork ribs in the oven. You know, after I eat tonight, I'm probably not going to want to do much else. Keep on having trouble turning into Taekwondo back there. Keep on putting on my turn signal and giving the people ample time to slow up and know that I'm turning, and they want to make that right turn at the light. And you know, the turn lane basically starts where the turn into Taekwondo is, not prior to the turn in, so there's just a little bit of leeway before. And just basically every time Johnny and I are like, God, we can't believe how obnoxious they are. I slow up, I signal, that it's a really hard turn in there because of the hill and the angle that you're turning, and if somebody's there waiting, you can't just fly around that corner, because if you do, then you know, you could collide with somebody. went to go into turn in, and the person coming out is over a little too far by accident, and I don't know, it's just they get right on my bumper. And then the guy in the truck tonight, after I made the turn in, he did everything he could to make his audible loud exhaust be loud, revved up, just, you know, showing how obnoxious, how upset he was. And I just don't understand. We all need to use the road. We need to share the road. We need to all get home to our families. It's just, why are people like that? I don't understand. And there's not a good alternate. I suppose, you know, I could go up to the light, make the right turn, come in down by Starbucks, and then cross the parking lot, but that's several extra minutes and a lot of extra work. I could also turn in at the next turn in, but that's even closer to the right turn at the light. And people, they just don't like it when you slow up over there, whether the light's red or green or, you know, whatever. They just don't want to wait for you, even though you have a right to turn there. So I don't know, it just was frustrating. It happens more nights than not with the person behind me getting super close, uncomfortably close to my bumper, and obviously showing their displeasure that I'm turning, and I can't be any more polite about it. So found out that we have a Tesla meetup Saturday at 1 o'clock at the usual Cary supercharger location. And Don and I are definitely planning on going, and it looks like the temperatures are going to be around 70, so it'll be and sunny, at least not raining, so the weather should be nice. And Don and I were both pleased that it's at 1 o'clock and not 9 o'clock or earlier in the morning, so we have a chance to sleep in and go for a walk before if we want to, and do any touch up on the cars. I'm sure we'll take Ruby this weekend if we need to do that. And yeah, so looking forward to that. Just mentioning it in case anyone local doesn't hear through the regular channels and cares to join us.